We'll begin with this form, the first article inspection report. This is a very basic form that nonetheless is often required to be filled out by employees and manufacturers alike. Let's digitize this form using the eBA Design Studio. The eBA Design Studio is straightforward. It revolves around the drag and drop technology of the application. Simply select from various text and list icons and bring them over to a customizable canvas. Within just 4 minutes we have our form. Because this first example form only calls for one party, there's not much of a workflow to showcase. In any case, we can find our finished form on the eBA interface under the application menu. And now, we have the opportunity to send, save, or print the form with ease. Okay, let's move on to our next form, the receiving and inspection report. This form requires a receiving party, such as a manufacturer for example, to fill out the item description at the first part of the form. The form then prompts a supervisor or inspector to examine the item before sending it to, let's say, a warehouse. The form also includes a third part if ever the instance that the inspector rejects the item's validity. So now that we get the idea behind this form, let's bring it to the studio. While this form may appear to have more complex data fields, that is no problem at all for the powerful toolbox that eBA provides. Excellent! This form can now be administered onto eBA for future automation. Let's continue forth and design the workflow. The Design Studio makes it so that you can create the visual representation of the flow from start to finish, including the users who are involved in the process. Notice how the bottom of the toolbox conveniently provides icons specific to the workflow creation. Now let me sign in as Adam. Let's say he's the receiving party of this form. Adam will initiate the process of filling out our receiving and inspection report. After that, if we look at the flow history, we see that the next responsible person for this process is our inspector named Henry. So I'll switch to Henry's account. I am opening up the inspection form. Notice how the form is readily displayed for the inspector's contribution, with the receiving party's fields already filled from earlier. We see this happen again if I choose to reject the item. Sure enough, after rejection, part 3 of our form becomes visible. The efficiency of appropriately displaying forms according to the process step is what gives eBA yet another advantage for digital transformation. This on top of the easy access to forms renders eBA a top candidate for efficient workflow